Even if you're the most amateur ghost hunter, you're probably familiar with Blood Cemetery. Now, this isn't Blood Cemetery, this is Pine Hill Cemetery in Hollis, but local lore has given it the name Blood Cemetery because of one very notable individual who's buried here, Abel Blood. Abel Blood was said to have been murdered and then buried here. And on his gravestone was a hand pointing up, and that's pretty common symbolism for gravestones at that time, but his hand at night, according to local legend, points down. But as you can tell, Abel's grave, much like many of the other gravestones here in Blood Cemetery, have been vandalized and destroyed. And the reason most ghost hunters come here is because it's said that at night, Abel Blood wanders the cemetery looking for his murderers. The only small problem with that is Abel wasn't ever murdered, and he lived well into his 60s, which was pretty good for 1800. Much of Pine Hill Cemetery has been so brutally vandalized that the gravestones are completely destroyed and there's a lot of unmarked graves, but there's believed to be about 300 people buried here in total, a lot of them unknown, which leads to a lot of other great folklore. The general stories from here are that of experiences of an angry presence, a chill going down the back of your neck, and the general feeling of being watched. But something a little bit more unorthodox is the experience of smelling something spicy, like an aftershave. Another popular story that happened here involves the road. Apparently, along this road was a little boy in the 1800s whose parents were murdered, and he ran out to flag for help. And to this day, many drivers still see a child run out into the middle of the road flagging for help. Now, as far as records go, there was never a house along this road, nor any child with murdered parents. I've definitely heard a lot of really cool anecdotes from people. I've been here many times. I've never experienced anything. It's still worth coming to check out if you're into that sort of thing, but just please don't destroy the tombstones. It's just, you're not doing anything but being annoying. So, don't do it.